Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our live virtual community meeting. I'm Kenya Williams, thrilled to be here representing Houston Public Works. Today isn't just any meeting, it's an opportunity for us to connect, inform, and empower you regarding the exciting design developments in the Aldine Westfield project. Get ready to dive in to what lies ahead and emerge with all the insights you need to navigate this journey with confidence. Let's make this session informative as possible. Before we kick off, I'd like to kindly request that you hold all your burning questions until the end of our presentation. Trust me, you're in for a treat because most, if not all, of the answers you're eager to uncover will be unveiled during our time together. So let's dive in with undivided attention right now. We'll have plenty of room for a lively questions and answer session at the conclusion of our presentation. So let's begin. Here at Houston Public Works, we believe that together we create a strong foundation for Houston to thrive. There are 5 service lines at Houston Public Works. Today's meeting is presented by Capital Projects. We deliver large-scale reconstruction and new construction projects of Houston Public Works' existing roadway, drainage, water, and wastewater facilities. We are committed to managing and delivering these critical projects that are maintained and operated by Transportation and Drainage Operations and Houston Water. Get ready to meet the masterminds behind the scenes. I have the honor of welcoming the Assistant Director for Capital Projects, Tanu Hiremith, who's here to unveil the incredible team responsible for the design of this project. Prepare to be introduced to the brilliant minds, the passionate hearts, and the dedicated souls who journey through innovation and excellence. Let's welcome Tanu as she introduces the Dream Team to you.
Good evening, everybody. This is Tanu Hiremat, and today I'm thrilled to introduce you to our project. This is a unique project by itself because this is not our typical design construction project. This is a design concept report, which means that before we start a project, we conceptualize what to do for the subdivision, and then we go apply funding for that. And this is what this is. This is a beginning of an awesome project, but in its conceptual stages. So with that, I'm going to introduce you to the project team. Michelle Randon is our project team lead for this project. Stephen William is a project manager. Sherry Kang is our managing engineer responsible for the team. And our consultants on this project are WSB, and Craig Hudson from our project team is the project manager for this project. So with that, I'll hand it back to Kenya. Thank you, Kenya.
Thank you, Tanu. All right, folks, buckle up because we're about to dive headfirst into the design of this project and who to contact in case you have questions or feedback to share. It's time to equip yourselves with the knowledge and the tools to navigate this project like pros. So sit back, relax, and let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Houston Public Works is committed to building forward and building better. This street project is for the design from a 2-lane asphalt roadway to a 4-lane boulevard curb and gutter roadway along Aldine Westfield. The project also involves the installation of underground stormwater and detention ponds, the reconstruction of bridges to the latest standards, a shared use path with ADA compliant wheelchair ramps, updated traffic signals, including pedestrian signals, and landscape and streetscape improvements. Additionally, new and upgraded streetlights will be installed. This estimated $165 million street project is scheduled to begin in fall of 2029 and anticipated to be completed in fall of 2033. Once the design is final, a contractor will be selected and Houston Public Works will come back and host a how to prepare for construction meeting prior to construction. So stay tuned. And now, what you've all been waiting for. Michelle Randon is the project manager for this project, and she will now share the design updates with you. Michelle?
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to start off with, let's talk about the project limits and some of the existing conditions of this project. Our project here, to give you some point of reference, is between Little York Road and Beltway 8, the frontage road of Beltway 8. The project limits will start at Pine Tree Drive and would end somewhat around the transition of Beltway 8 past the new improvements that they already have there. We'll be transitioning into those improvements. As you can see here between the yellow and the blue line, this project will be divided up into two design projects. Design Package 1 will be from Pine Tree Drive to Aldine Mill Route, and then Design Package 2 will pick up at a transition out of that intersection into Beltway 8 transition. We have a lot of major intersections there that will show improvements. And some of the major points of reference there is the Key West Park. We'll be crossing Hall's Bayou, and we'll be talking more about that, about some of the bridge improvements. And then we also have the crossing of Greens Bayou. The next slide. Here are the existing conditions in the right-of-way. Currently, you have a 2-lane north and southbound with open ditches and a grassy area on each side of the travel lanes. The picture on the right just shows you a top view of the current conditions of what you have here. In this slide, we wanted to show you some of the existing conditions that we'll be going in and improving. Here we have several locations of unsafe cross drainage culverts and without protection barriers. We will correct that during our construction of the project. On this slide, we wanted to show you the existing conditions of a 3-span bridge at Halls Bayou that we will be improving. And we'll go into those improvements in some later slides. Here we wanted to show you some of the deterioration of the concrete bridge deck and some of the joint cracks. We will correct that during construction because you will be getting new bridges at these crossings. And here again, it shows a 2-lane bridge here and over Greens Bayou. We will be improving that with shared path lanes, shared paths, and 2 separate bridges, and we'll go into that more as we show you the proposed conditions that we'll be doing during construction. Here, I'm going to turn it over to one of our project team members. Craig, will you take the summary of the proposed improvements?
Thank you, Michelle. So here's the summary of the proposed improvements for this project. We're going to be removing the existing 2-lane asphalt road and replacing it with a 4-lane boulevard curb and gutter roadway on Aldine Westfield from the Beltway to Pine Tree Drive. We're going to be providing underground storm sewer systems and detention ponds. We're going to reconstruct bridges at 2 locations to the latest standards. We're going to provide shared use paths on both sides of Aldine Westfield with ADA compliant wheelchair ramps at all major intersections. We're going to provide high visibility crosswalks at intersections for pedestrians and bicycle traffic safety. We're going to update traffic signals to include pedestrian signals. We're going to provide landscape and streetscape improvements, and we're going to provide new and upgraded street lights. So this next slide here is an example of the proposed typical section for this project. It shows 2 lanes for the northbound and southbound directions, along with the 2 10-foot wide shared use paths on both sides of Aldine Westfield. The image at the bottom of the page is a rendering of the proposed typical section, showing the 2 lanes in each direction, as well as the proposed 10-foot wide shared use paths on either side of Aldine Westfield. Next slide. All right. So this slide will kind of show how all these improvements are going to come together, whether it's roadway, drainage, sidewalks, or ramps, and how they'll be utilized, let's say at one particular location. So at this location, The photo showing here is near the Yes Public School, located at the intersection of Aldine Westfield and Lauder Road intersection. First, we will be increasing from 1 lane in each direction to 2 lanes in each direction. We are also looking to provide left turn lanes in both directions of Aldine Westfield for traffic wanting to turn onto Lauder Road. Second, the proposed 10-foot wide shared use pass will be provided on both sides of Aldine Westfield in front of the school on both sides of the intersection. Third, you can see that there are no existing wheelchair ramps at this location. The proposed improvements will include ADA compliant wheelchair ramps, not only at this intersection at Lauder, but at all intersections between Beltway 8 and Pine Tree Drive. The Lauder intersection currently does not have crosswalks to allow pedestrians and bicyclists to cross Aldine Westfield in a safe manner. As part of the proposed improvements, our objective is to provide proper crosswalks at all signalized intersections within the Aldine Westfield project limits. In addition to providing sidewalks, ramps, and crosswalks at each intersection, our goal is to provide continuous sidewalks from Beltway 8 to Pine Tree Drive. Another goal for additional safety for both drivers and pedestrians is to replace outdated streetlights with new streetlights. Finally, our design plan is to eliminate the existing open ditches, as you can see on both sides of Aldine Westfield, and construct new underground storm sewer systems and detention ponds. That summarizes some of the proposed improvements for the Aldine Westfield project.
So Craig, go ahead and go into your proposed improvements of the bridges.
Thank you. This slide shows the proposed bridge layout over Halls Bayou. Our plan here is to remove the single bridge and replace it with 2 separate bridges. Our goal is to raise the bridge over Halls Bayou. Our second goal is to have continuous shared use paths that will continue across the new bridges. We will also consider future ramps from the Aldine Westfield shared use paths that could possibly connect to future trails under the bridge. In the upper left-hand corner is the proposed bridge typical section. Next slide. This slide shows the proposed bridge layout over Harris County Flood Control District Ditch P138. Our plan is to remove the existing bridge and replace it with a new bridge to have 2 vehicular lanes in each direction over the bridge. Our second objective is to raise the bridge over the bayou. Our plan is to have new 10-foot wide shared use paths across the bridge connecting to the continuous shared use paths on either side of the new bridge. Also, we'll be adding dedicated left turn lanes at the Strawn Road intersection. On the right-hand side of the slide is the proposed bridge typical section.
Here, I wanted to go into the example of the enhancements for the landscape and streetscape improvements. Here is an example. We will be adding trees in the median, doing tree mitigation. But the one thing we want to, we are working with the management district that if they would like to add any enhancement improvements, we'll go into an interlocal agreement and prepare those conditions on how to implement those improvements and who will be managing those. So we'll be working with them at those intersections that they desire to show enhancement improvements. And as I said before, we will go into an interlocal agreement where we'll specify those conditions and the funding available as well. And now we'll turn it over to our engagement team. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle and Craig. Awesome job. Remember to visit the project page at engagehouston.org under Street Projects. Hey, guess what? We've got a treasure trove of goodies waiting for you on the project page. Think of it as your one-stop shop for all things project related, right at your fingertips. It's like having a backstage pass to all the action. And don't forget to subscribe to receive the juicy project updates as they become available. All right, folks, it's time for a quick crash course on mastering engagehouston.org. Think of it as your digital compass for navigating through all the exciting updates and resources related to our project. From finding important documents to staying in the loop with the latest announcements, we've got you covered. So buckle up and get ready for a smooth ride as we take you on a guided tour of this awesome platform.
Welcome everyone to the vibrant world of EngageHouston.org. I'm Ryan, your guide from the Capital Project's public engagement team. And today we're going to learn how to navigate the website. So let's dive in. First, let's unlock the tool of language diversity. Glide your cursor up to the globe in the upper right-hand corner of the page. With the click of a mouse, you have access to multiple languages, ensuring that every visitor feels right at home. Moving along, we arrive at the Attend Virtual Meeting button. Simply click and you're whisked away to our calendar page to see the current events. Just click on the project page link to see what is happening in your neck of the woods. As we journey deeper into the project page for Arlington Heights Subproject 1, a tapestry of information awaits. The project number, location, council district, budget, and more. You can also delve into the project through a detailed description. Should you wish to follow this project's journey, a simple act of subscription is all it takes. Enter your email to receive regular updates to your inbox. Navigate through a labyrinth of impacted streets if you should dare. Join us at the live meeting for a first-hand glimpse into the project details. For deeper knowledge, an assortment of digital documents awaits. From PowerPoint presentations to traffic control plans, immerse yourself in the project's every facet. Visit the FAQ section for project team contact information. Questions, anyone? Our Engage Us tab is here for you to ask any questions you may have. Moving along to the tabs at the top of the page. Home, Projects, In My Neighborhood, Active Projects, Completed Projects, Resources, and About Us all await your exploration. And for the explorers looking for specific answers, a keyword search bar is at your disposal. And with this, my fellow constituents and stakeholders, you are now ready to explore the vast expanse of EngageHouston.org. We look forward to hearing from you. Until next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event. Let's get ready to unleash those burning questions because it's Q&A time. Today, you have the golden opportunity to get real-time answers from your fantastic project team. So don't hold back, ask away. I'm gonna open the Q&A at this time. And get those queries sorted. But wait, there's more. To guide us through this exciting session, allow me to introduce the maestro of moderating, Ryan Perlman from our fantastic public engagement team. Ryan, take it away and let's dive into some juicy discussions.
Thanks, Kenya. Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Perlman with the Public Engagement Team, and this is the Q&A portion of our community meeting, highlighting the design of the Aldine Westfield project. It's your opportunity to engage and provide us with questions and comments that are related to this project. We can't wait to hear from you, and we welcome the feedback. First, select the Q&A on the right side of the screen. It's the bubble with the question mark in the middle. Type your question in the box and select Send. You can remain anonymous by selecting Ask Anonymously. Some questions may require further research and may not be answered tonight. As such, we strongly encourage you to submit your questions with a name and email address so we can follow up with you later. As questions come in, please note that this marks the beginning of the question and answer process. If you have any questions or comments beyond today's meeting, you can share them by visiting EngageHouston.org. Go to the project page, and there at the bottom you can submit your questions or comments. and we'll be sure to follow up with you. I'd also like to remind you that all of tonight's material will be available on the website. Okay, with that being said, let's take the first question. All right, first question. Are you going to bring fresh water service up the road? So are you going to bring fresh water service up the road? Anyone want to take that on our project team?
Yes, we're gonna have Craig go ahead and answer that.
Sure. So at this time, the city is only looking at upgrading utilities within the Aldine Westfield right-of-way.
All right, so that's going to be along the road, Aldine Westfield Road, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Craig. Okay. Let's see. All right, I have a comment style question right here. It's about the medians. Okay, I'm glad to hear about the medians between the lanes. I think that it would be helpful in preventing incidents or accidents involving automobiles and pedestrians. Can we trust that the medians will in fact be a part of the project and not be forgotten?
I can answer that. This is Michelle, your team lead. Yes, we will be having the median openings per the IDM standards that are the design guidelines for our project. It is definitely a part of that. We've done access management and we're looking into our studies on making those openings strategically where they need to be, as well as we're providing dedicated left turn lanes at those median openings. So it will pull out a person that is turning left out of the mainstream of traffic.
Just to add to that, yeah, we're looking to keep the curved medians as part of the design process moving forward.
As well, yes.
Thank you, project team. All right. This is your opportunity, all of our attendees here, to ask your questions. Okay. So we have a response to that answer you guys just gave. Wonderful, thank you. That's the response, wonderful, thank you. So thank you to the project team and thank you to the attendee with the question. All right, next question. Let's see. How do I know my property will be affected by this roadway widening? Anybody want to answer this?
I can answer that. This is Michelle. Currently, we're just in the design concept review, and the team is still evaluating the design, evaluating the right-of-way limits. So at this time, we don't have a map to show, but we will be coming back as that report is finalized to make sure that is updated on the webpage for this Aldine project.
Thank you, Michelle. Okay, next question. How will this project improve safety of the pedestrians?
Craig?
All right. It'll be providing safety to pedestrians by one, obviously we're going to be providing shared youth pass on both sides of Aldine Westfield, so to keep pedestrians out of the roadway. Two, we're going to be providing dedicated crosswalks at all major intersections to safely allow pedestrians to cross the streets. We're going to be providing street lights, which will not only help pedestrians, but will also help vehicular traffic see pedestrians. And then finally, we're going to be updating traffic signals with push buttons for pedestrians to use the actual crosswalks.
Thanks, Craig. All right. So I just want to remind the attendees, this is a project that is in design at the moment. So it's in design, it's in the early stages of the design process. So, you know, we were just designing this project and sharing it with you today. All right, next question. Will there be any more updates, and how can I learn more about the project? I think I'll take that one. You can learn more about the project by visiting the project page at engagehouston.org. Just visit the website. You can use the keyword search to search Aldine Westfield, and the project will come up, and you can have access to all of the information that we've placed on the page, and we get that information directly from our project team. So just wanted to let you guys know that. All right, let's see. A hot topic. Will there be bike lanes added to this project?
So I'll answer that. There will not be bike lanes added to this project. We have decided to provide shared use paths, which will be outside of the curbed roadway. These shared use paths are typically 8 to 10 feet wide, and they provide enough pedestrians to pass each other, whether they're walking to school, walking to work, walking to a bus stop, or someone's jogging or walking their dog, or just want to ride their bike. That allows enough room for people to pass each other on this shared use path. So we are not building bike lanes in the typical sense on the roadway. We're building shared use paths outside of the roadway, as you saw in the proposed typical section presented in the slides.
Thanks, Craig. All right. Let's see. All right, one question here. Why is this project important?
So Ryan, this project is important because obviously we're trying to increase mobility along Aldine Westfield between Beltway 8 and Pine Tree Drive. We're trying to provide safer turning movements by providing dedicated left turn lanes at major traffic intersections. We're trying to provide safer access and mobility for pedestrians by providing the shared use paths. We're trying to improve drainage while we're trying to improve the roadway lanes going northbound and southbound. And then finally, we're just going to be updating only the necessary utilities within the city right away.
Thank you, Craig. And with that answer, I think that concludes our question and answer session for today.
Oh, Ryan, we have one more.
Oh, okay.
Just squeaked in one more question, project team. Will the East Aldine District be able to add improvements such as art or sculptures to the bridges?
I can take that. That's Michelle. We are constantly in working with the management district, and those details we can finalize those or discuss those and how we're going to approach it in our design concept meetings. So we will definitely be meeting with them because we do have to set up who's responsible for these different enhancements. We're calling those enhancements. So as we work towards completing our design, and addressing all of the improvements and enhancements that they will want, we will work out that with them. We will definitely be coordinating with the management district and the responsibilities and processes that we need to do to go about implementing them, along with the funding.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. All right. Let's see. Okay, I think that concludes our Q&A session for the day. On behalf of Houston Public Works, I'd like to give a big thank you to District B and District H, project team, the public engagement team, and all of our constituents and stakeholders joining us tonight and in and around the proposed project area. Please, let's continue this dialogue about this project on engagehouston.org. We look forward to hearing from you. So, until next time, have a wonderful night. Thank you.